Welcome to the class on reductions. We were just discussing about the second part of reductions, that is hydride reducing agents. So I did tell you about all these reducing agents: sodium borohydride, lithium borohydride, zinc borohydride, then lithium aluminum hydride or lithium trialkyl borohydride, sodium bismethoxy ethoxy aluminum hydride. In short, we can say Redol, or lithium triethoxy aluminum hydride. And these are all nucleophilic reducing agents, whereas dibal H, this is dibal H, diisobutyl aluminum hydride. This is an electrophilic reducing agent. Okay, right. Then I also told you that reactivity order of carbonyls. Acid chlorides are. Please keep your video off. Okay, please keep your video off. Everybody must keep your video off. Acid chlorides are more reactive than aldehydes, then ketones, then esters, then amides, and carboxylic acids. Okay, now what we can do, we will take one by one sodium borohydride. So we will take one by one, and then we will discuss their reactivities and then selectivities. It's not audible. Anybody is facing a problem? అంబిక వినపడుతుందా తల్లి?
వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
ఒకళ్ళు వినపడట్లేదని పోస్ట్ చేశారు.
వాళ్ళ ఆడియో కనెక్ట్ చేసుకోలేదు సార్.
ఓకే,
మేబీ ఇప్పుడు కనెక్ట్ అయింది.
లేదు నాన్న, ఇంకా రాలేదు. ఒకసారి గ్రూప్లో మెసేజ్ పెట్టవా నాన్న?
ఓకే సార్.
మైక్రోఫోన్ సింబల్ని క్లిక్ చేయమను, సో ఆడియో ఎనేబుల్ అవుతుంది. Right. So we will take all these examples. Sodium borohydride. We will start with sodium borohydride. Sodium borohydride. It is reasonably soluble in ethanol. At room temperature. So mostly sodium borohydride reductions will be conducted in either ethanol or methanol. So it is soluble in ethanol at ethanol at a room temperature, soluble in methanol at 0 degrees centigrade. Okay, so when we are using ethanol, yes, the reaction can be conducted at room temperature, but when we are using methanol, it should be conducted at 0 degrees centigrade. Then only sodium borohydride will be soluble in methanol. generally when it is added to some protonic solvents like ethanol, methanol, or water, what happens? Uh, the borohydride means H minus will pick up a proton, so it becomes hydrogen gas. So whenever we are doing these reactions, we can clearly observe the evolution of hydrogen gas. Okay, we will observe bubbles. So whenever we add sodium borohydride to these protonic solvents, we will observe effervescence, like bubbles coming out of the solution. So that means the H minus and the H plus from protonic solvents, they are evolving as hydrogen gas. Okay, so that we can easily observe during any reaction. Then how do we reduce carbonyl compounds using sodium borohydride? First, we add sodium borohydride in ethanol or methanol and the compound, and finally we will add dilute acid so that the carbonyl compound will be reduced to alcohol. Okay, so it will reduce C double bond O to C single bond O. I will also give the mechanism for this. The borohydride is a H minus source. This is minus Na plus. Borohydride is a H minus source. That means hydrogen along with this bond pair of electrons, that means hydride ion, will be shifted, will be attacking on the electrophilic carbonyl carbon, right? So in a carbonyl, oxygen is more electronegative. So oxygen is partially negatively charged system, carbon is partially positive charged. So carbon is electrophilic in nature, H minus hydride, it is nucleophilic, so it will add to carbonyl carbon. Then this carbon oxygen double bond will polarize towards oxygen. So what we will get is a hydride transfer in the first step itself. Then O minus, it will now add to boron. The O minus will add to boron. If it is H minus is losing, then because bond pair of electrons are also moving, the negative charge will be nullified. But when O minus is attacking on boron, again the negative charge will come. So minus, then Na. Okay. Similarly, uh, there are three more hydride sources, three more hydride ions on boron. So we can add three more carbonyl compounds, so that we will generate, this is called borate ester. Okay, if there is a bond between boron and oxygen, that is called boronic acid. If oxygen is having some alkyl group, it is ester. Okay, right. So it will generate the three hydride ions will also be added to three carbonyls. So overall it will be 4, B minus Na plus. Okay. Then we add water or dilute acid towards the end of the reaction. When we confirm that there is no carbonyl, then we will add dilute acid. So when we add dilute acid, what happens? H plus adds to oxygen, OH minus adds to boron. Water, H plus adds to oxygen, OH minus adds to boron. So what we will get is what we will get is 4 carbonyls reduced to alcohols plus boronic acid, H3BO3. H3BO3. It is called boronic acid. Yeah, you can take the notes. So the overall reaction is when we add 4 carbonyls to 1 equivalent of sodium borohydride, it will reduce. That means 1 equivalent of sodium borohydride will reduce 4 equivalents of carbonyls. Please take a snapshot. I'm going to change this. Yeah. Take these notes. Sodium borohydrate is a mild, it's not strong, it is a very mild reducing agent. Since it is mild, it is very selective reducing agent. It is a solid compound. No need of any handling precautions. You just open the bottle and you can transfer the compound with spatula, whatever the amount you want. You can also add additional amount of sodium borohydrate. The excess amount of sodium borohydrate may not give any side reactions or any decompositions. Okay, so excess amount of sodium borohydrate also you can add. So we don't need to measure exactly also. Okay, so it's a very simple compound. We can just do the reaction in open atmosphere also. There is no problem. Okay, and this is again an hygroscopic material. All hydride transfer material, transfer reagents are hygroscopic. What is hygroscopic? Uh, you might have observed when you put some calcium chloride on the table and after some time it used to dissolve or it will be liquefied. So that means calcium chloride will absorb moisture, that means water from the atmosphere, and it will become liquid. So it will dissolve, right? So absorption of water from the moisture, absorption of moisture from air, it is what is called hygroscopic material. Okay, sodium borohydrate is again a hygroscopic material, but it's a very mild hygroscopic. So we can transfer the material and we can immediately uh, uh, close the bottle. Okay, it's not a problem. Sodium borohydrate, it's not that hygroscopic or it's not that reactive material. Sodium borohydrate, we can handle it very easily. So the selectivities in sodium borohydrate reductions are, it can only reduce aldehydes and ketones. It can only reduce aldehydes and ketones to corresponding alcohol. Okay, but if you want to reduce esters, yes, esters also can be reduced with sodium borohydrate to the corresponding alcohol, but the reaction is very slow. It may take 1 day or 2 days, something like that. Okay, so we don't conduct the reaction for such a long time. We will go for some strong reducing agent. Okay, so we can say sodium borohydrate only reduces aldehydes and ketones. This is very fast reaction. This is a very fast reaction. Within 5 to 10 minutes, the reaction will be completed. Okay, whereas esters takes longer times. So that is why we will generally say aldehydes and ketones only undergo reduction with sodium borohydrate, whereas other carbonyls like esters, acids, carboxylic acids, anhydrides, amides, they don't undergo reduction with sodium borohydrate. Okay, I'll give you some examples on selectivity of sodium borohydrate. Okay, in this molecule, I have 3 different functional groups: alkyl halide, ketone, and ester. When we want to reduce this molecule with sodium borohydrate, we can only reduce ketone. We cannot reduce ester, or we cannot reduce alkyl halide. So alkyl halides also will not undergo any reduction with sodium borohydride. Okay. So the only reducible functional groups are aldehyde and ketone. భూషణ ఒక స్నాప్షాట్ పెట్టవా, క్లారిటీ చెక్ చేస్తాను.
ఓకే సార్. Right. We will say, now look at the stereochemical outcomes of the sodium borohydride reductions. When we reduce this norbornone with sodium borohydride, then as I said earlier, when we look at the stereochemical outcome or approach of sodium borohydride, from above the plane there is only one hydrogen which is creating sterical crowding. From below the plane, yeah, all these hydrogens are one more this, because it is a ketone, we will not have hydrogens here. So when the sodium borohydride wants to approach this carbonyl from the below the plane, these three hydrogens are creating sterical crowding, whereas from above the plane only one hydrogen, this hydrogen is not also creating sterical crowding because this is out other side to the carbonyl, right? Carbonyl is this side, right side, this hydrogen is left side. So only one hydrogen is creating sterical crowding from the beta phase, whereas three hydrogens are creating sterical crowding from alpha phase. So that is why sodium borohydride will approach this molecule from above the plane but not from the below the plane. That means H minus will transfer to the carbonyl from above the plane. So we will get OH in the below the plane. That means OH, it is an alpha alcohol. So it is 86% product and it is exo or alpha alcohol. And we also have a, this is a major product. We also have a minor product which is beta alcohol. It is 14%, it is endo. Similarly, when we do the same reduction reaction on camphor, this is camphor. When we do the same reduction reaction on camphor. Now there is a methyl group which is creating sterical crowding from the above the plane, whereas from the alpha phase again the 3 hydrogens. When we compare hydrogens and methyl group is sterically bulky compared to hydrogens. So sodium borohydride now will approach this molecule from below the plane, but not from the above the plane. So in this case, what happens? The alcohol is more major product is endo alcohol, minor product is exo alcohol. So endo is the major. In this case, what we get, it is 86%. We also get exo alcohol, but it is minor product. Sorry, I have written this exo endo in a reverse fashion. This is endo. This is exo. Similarly, here it is exo. It is endo. Sorry, please do correction for this. Please do correction for this. Alcohol, alpha alcohol is endo, beta alcohol is exo. Here also, beta alcohol is exo, alpha alcohol is endo. Please take a snapshot. I'm going to change this page. Look at this example. So here, I think it is bromine. So when we treat this fellow with sodium borohydride, as I said, alkyl halides will not undergo reduction, only ketone will undergo reduction. So what it will give us is an alcohol. Okay. So what is the product if we treat this fellow with sodium hydride? So we can say NaBH4 cannot reduce alkyl halides. This is sodium hydride, Na plus H minus. Sodium hydride, potassium hydride, they are used as bases, purely bases. It is a strong base. Again, it is a very strong base. So sodium hydride H minus will pick up this proton, alcoholic proton and carboxylic acid proton, they are acidic protons. So H minus will pick up this proton. So oxygen oxide ion will be generating, and this oxide ion will undergo epoxidation with the expulsion of Br minus. Okay, so the product is an epoxide. If we have alpha halo alcohol, alpha halogen is there on a neighboring on the next carbon to alcoholic carbon. Halogens are good leaving groups, so we can convert alpha halo alcohols to epoxides by treating with a strong base. Okay, then when we have an alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl, then how sodium borohydride will reduce this unsaturated enone. How enones will undergo reduction with sodium borohydride. When we treat enones with sodium borohydride, enone will be completely reduced and it will give alcohol. You know, the first step is, first it will undergo 1,4 addition. So enone will be converted to ketone. First enone will be converted to ketone, then ketone will be further reduced to alcohol. Okay, because sodium borohydride, as I said, it is a mild reducing agent, in the sense its reactivity is very low. So it is a soft nucleophile. We can say it is a soft nucleophile. Please put your video off. Yeah, please be careful when sometimes the audio may itself will become on. So please be vigilant on that. Right, sodium borohydride is a mild reducing agent, so it is a soft nucleophile. When we have soft nucleophiles will undergo 1,4 addition. Soft nucleophiles will undergo 1,4 addition, Michael addition. So when we reduce enone with sodium borohydride, first enone will be converted to ketone. That means 1,4 addition. Then of course ketone will undergo reduction with sodium borohydride. Okay, so this is how we can convert an enone into alcohol. Please take a snapshot. I'm changing this page.